You're listening to
Sound.
Sounds of the Sidewalk. Buenos días, buenas tardes y buenas noches. Bienvenidos a Voices of Our City Choir, Sounds of the Sidewalk.
Sounds of the Sidewalk.
Yep.
A Puerto Rico.
Boricua.
A Puerto Rico.
Boricua in the house.
So today, as you've noticed, we have a little different flair because we have someone very special here with us. Our really good friend, Luis. So Luis, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me. This is wonderful.
So we've known Luis now for a while. I would say like
4 or 5 years. 4 or 5 years. Because when I was coming to the showers over here, I was homeless in 2021, 2022 by that time.
Well, before we get into your story, let's see who you are, where you from,
Okay.
what you do.
Okay. Well, I am originally from Puerto Rico, moved to the Bronx, New York, and then to New Jersey, and then to Connecticut. And then 8 years ago, I moved down to San Diego. And I came down here, I had Section 8, I earned it in Connecticut. I came down here, got an apartment, and had an apartment for 2 years. And then I discovered addiction, a new addiction that I never had before. And that's what brought me to my knees. And I ended up homeless because of it. And it makes me who I am today. I used to be a case manager in Connecticut, and I got to come to San Diego and find out what it's like to be homeless. God gave me the opportunity to find out what it's like to be a client when I came to San Diego. Because I came here, I had never tried, I don't know if I should say it, but I never tried crystal meth. I tried it for the first time at 56 years of age, and I became addicted immediately. And it brought me to my knees, and I was sleeping in the park. And I used to come over here and shower when you guys had that on Thursday, I think it was. And you could give me some clothes. I remember I got a nice red hoodie that I still have that you gave me. I remember a lot of nice warm memories of those days when you guys had the showers that we all came out of the park and would go and have breakfast and stuff. And so before I ever joined Voices, I already knew about Voices, and I saw you guys on TV. And I was like, wow, they're a homeless choir? I was in a homeless choir. I was in the Presbyterian Church homeless choir.
Here in San Diego?
Yeah,
Or?
I was here in the homeless choir. At the time when you guys went to America's Got Talent, I was already in a choir. And I said, I'm going to be loyal. I'm not going to go to another choir. And I did that for years. I said I wouldn't come. And then 3 years ago in April, I think I came for the first time here to the Voices of Our City.
And how has that experience been for you? Like,
Oh, excellent. I really feel like I have a home. When I come here on Monday, this is my support system that my therapist wants me to have and stuff. Music is very therapeutic. And I was diagnosed bipolar at 18 years old. And something like singing makes me focus. They had diagnosed me with adult form of ADHD too. And this helps me focus, just learning how to sing the right way and everything, which Natalie always takes and teaches us how to read notes and stuff like that. It's helped me a lot. It's helped me with my depression that comes from being bipolar. I get up on Monday and I don't want to show up. And I get up anyway.
and what like motivates you to like take that step to come over here?
I usually I'll put on YouTube and watch some of the Voices songs.
Right.
And I'll be like, that's us. That's us. I want to go. And then we have a choir director that's so great. She just gets you up and you exercise and you stretch and you breathe. And she's taught me breathing techniques that I use when I get anxiety, because I get anxiety all the time. But Stephanie taught me a lot. So Stephanie's sort of like a mother hen. Because all the chicks come on Monday and she's there telling us to stretch and breathe and all that stuff. And then Natalie too. Natalie's like a junior mother hen. Natalie takes us and leads us to all the exercises and stuff. But music is definitely therapeutic. This group being in this choir is therapeutic. Oh, I just saw the Jesus thing over there. Que lindo. Glow in the dark.
Oh yeah, he closed.
That's creepy. See Jesus glowing in the dark. But that's okay.
Oh, but you're just such a light, Luis, and I just want to say, like, every single time I see you, I feel the happiness that comes out of you. Like,
Yeah.
you're always so happy. You're singing. You got all this sazon. You got, like, you know, like,
Yeah.
every time I see you, that you uplift me. So I want to say thank you.
You're welcome.
Because it's really empowering just to see you, over these years and see how much you've grown, and like you can see so much pride even when you talk about your journey right now, and you should be proud of that.
Yep.
Yeah.
But the happiness covers up the sadness. And I don't know why I'm sad. I'm happy right now. I don't know why I'm sad. But there's something always going on in the background. And I don't know what it is. All of a sudden I start crying because something touches me. Like what you said about me, saying something nice about me. Because I don't want to believe it. So when somebody says that I'm doing something good or something nice, I get choked up because I don't believe it. That's not me. That's like another person, which lives within me. Yeah.
But it is you.
It is me.
So we just did a big performance.
Yeah.
So how'd you feel about that? How was that?
Yeah.
That was excellent. When we practice and we practice and we practice, and finally we get to do what we practice, it feels so good. It feels so good. And then the fact that they collected all that money for the programs and so you guys can continue to do the work you do, that's really great. Right now with the federal government being shut down and everything, there's a lot of funds that are missing for companies and stuff. And you do those things where you request money from the feds. Now you can't request any money. So we need support from people, and we have a lot of supporters. When there was like over 200 people there at the function, and they all loved us, and they all were clapping and everything. And we've come a long way this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this year, we learned more songs and we practiced more songs and different songs. And Natalie did the arrangement so that, you get to showcase the tenors and showcase the sopranos and showcase the altos and showcase everybody got like showcased. So it was good. It was good. And I didn't do any solos, but I still felt good. And then yesterday, I got up and I did a little solo, and it felt so good. Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the song that we wrote, falling upward.
Oh, falling up.
So speak about a little bit about that. Like, what is that process of songwriting like for you?
Well, I came to the songwriting workshop only a couple of times, and I liked it, but I got kind of overwhelmed because they were showing how to write the music, and I was getting like, I can't write the music, I can't write. So I got overwhelmed. But I did take part in the process of falling upward to write it a little bit. But the best part was that I got to perform it.
Yeah.
And then it was like, wow, this is what we wrote.
That's your work that you're performing. It's your words.
Our own work. Yeah, our own stuff that we came up with. My friend, what's his name? Stacy came up with some stuff, and then Stacy, you can always see him in songwriting. He's so into it. He loves songwriting. I can do some poetry sometimes, but songwriting is difficult, I think.
Yeah. Has like music and the arts always been in your life?
Yeah, when I was a kid, my mother couldn't pay for the lessons, so I couldn't take an instrument or go to the choir, because at that time in New Jersey you had to pay. It wasn't like free, so I couldn't do anything. But I always loved it, so I kept it with myself. I always walk around all day with a backpack on, with music playing and me singing. And
yeah, because you got rhythm in you, man. Yeah. Like if there's something about Luis, there's rhythm.
Yeah.
You grew up in the Bronx. Were you in the hip hop era, or what? You popping and all that?
Yeah, I was popping.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I haven't done it in a long time. But I used to pop and I used to break dance. I was a gymnast.
Yeah.
In high school and grammar school. So I used to go around doing backflips in New York City, right in the street. Blah, 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 doing backflips and all this stuff that it was exciting. It was like Fame. Remember when Fame, that show came on?
Yeah.
Like Fame. That's what we used to run around New York City acting like we were in Fame, dancing and everything. It was cool. I was a teenager and I used to go from New York, New Jersey to New York and hang out in Greenwich Village and the park in Greenwich Village and in Washington Square Park. And there's a lot of culture. There was a lot of culture. This is like 1979, 1980. There was a lot of culture in New York. So New York is so full of diversity that when you go there, you get to meet all these people. So I lived 7 years in the Bronx, but then we moved to Jersey, right across the river in West New York, New Jersey. And I used to travel, take the bus to the Lincoln Tunnel and everything and go to Greenwich Village and hang out in the village as a teenager. So I was exposed to like Xenons, this club called Xenons. There was Studio 54, which I couldn't get in, but I tried. I was like 14.
They made a movie about that.
I had a fake ID. Yeah. And my fake ID said I was 21. And I was 14, but I looked like I was 12. And I used to use it into certain bars and stuff, and they let me in.
Really?
Yeah, they let me in.
Dang.
Because I was with somebody. So with a friend would take me or whatever, and I'd go. And so hanging out in the village as a teenager in New York.
And how did you get to being a housing manager that you were just telling me about earlier?
No. So I was diagnosed when I was 18, bipolar, and then I went on I was disabled for the first couple of years. And then I went into the Navy when I was 23, and they found out that I was bipolar and sent me home. And I got honorable discharge in the medical. And then I was 23, and then that's when everything was all cloudy. Like I discovered crack cocaine. I went through a couple of years of that. Finally, I met a partner when I was in my 30s, and my partner was a lawyer. So I was able to get it back together and get clean. I got clean. And then in the 5 years that I was clean from crack cocaine, I went to college and got 3 associates and a bachelor's degree in psychology.
Oh, wow.
Cute.
Yep. And then I was a case manager. I went and I applied for case management jobs. I worked with children. I worked with adults. And it was a good period. That was like my 40s. I was working as a case manager and stuff. And then in my 50s, I kind of like ended up getting out and coming over here.
Yeah.
But that's cool. That was all good memories.
A trip down memory lane.
Trip down memory lane.
What do you like most about being in service in the community?
What I like most is working with the clients that I work with the homeless crowd. Like, the clients that I worked with are the people that I hung out with here when I came here, because they're accepting. They were accepting of me. So I didn't have to make these friends that were going to judge me. Most of the people that I met, they were homeless and they had nothing. And so I had something. I had an apartment. At least I could bring them over and they could sleep over it. And, I made friends with them. It's always been the poor people that attract me as friends. I never been attracted to rich people. I never really cared. You got money? Good for you. I'm happy for you. You got money. But you know what? I have a heart. So when I would meet somebody and they didn't have no place to sleep that night, I would bring them to my apartment and they could sleep. We take the sofa, we take the bed, everybody fills up the whole thing. You could have a whole floor full of people. I didn't care. Yeah, I would bring like 4 people from the park. At 2:00 in the morning, we'd all go to my house to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And then, so that got me in trouble because then, like I said, at 56 years old, I discovered crystal meth, and I became a crystal meth addict. Even though in college, I had wrote a paper on crystal meth to present in my psychology class and everything, and I knew everything that was going to happen. I still fell into the trap because somebody told me that it was like Adderall. And I was on Adderall at the time when I came from Connecticut, and they took me off it when I got here. So I was like, oh, it's like Adderall. Okay, let me try it. It's like Adderall.
And what brought you out of the addiction this time?
Well, this time I went to treatment. I did treatment in Vista, California. And then I moved to Father Joe's and then got my apartment with Pace. Pace helped me get an apartment. And then I was still using. Because I went to treatment and everything, and I came back and I relapsed at Father Joe's because we stopped. Father Joe's. Then you not put down. Someplace, yeah, where people were all using.
Yeah.
And so they got me back into using, and then I got clean because when I turned 60, which was 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago, in June it'll be 3 years. I turned 60, I got sick, and I ended up in the hospital, almost dying with heart failure and kidney failure and all this stuff. And I said, God, if you get me out of this one, that's it. And I said, that's what I did. I didn't go to treatment or nothing after that. I just got out, and that's it. I let it go. I let God take care of it. I let go and let God. And I let him take care of it. I've been to NA, I've been to AA, I've been to all of that. I went to CA, and nothing helped me. It's like I made a truce with God.
And like every day, I think every day you're working towards it, and it's just making sure that you know, like, this is the progress that I've made, and just feel proud that every day you're working towards a goal and you're.
Sometimes when I get down, I think about it. I say, you know what? My friends are still in the park, and they're not making any moves, and I made the right moves. And because I was a case manager, I knew what to do for myself in order to get out of it. But it was a bad addiction, really bad. Wow. I mean, just the people that I met, there were people like nurses and doctors and stuff like that were using. It doesn't discriminate. You could have money, you could be poor, it doesn't matter. The addiction doesn't discriminate. And so it's part of who I am. And I don't like hide it, because there's no reason to hide it. I'm proud of myself. In June, I'll be 3 years clean.
That's right. Yeah. Congratulations, man.
3 years in June, when my birthday comes, and then after my birthday comes the anniversary. And
I'm June 6th.
June 6th?
Yeah.
June 18th.
Geminis.
And he has my middle name.
Oh, that's true.
Tocayos.
Yeah, Luis Enrique.
Tocayos.
Luis Enrique Gutierrez is my full name. And so when I met Enrique, I was like, Enrique, oh yeah, Kike.
I remember when you first said that. Actually, you just unlocked the memory.
Yeah.
We were at the showers when you found that out. You were like, Enrique Tocayos.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's really cool. And then he's a Gemini too? Wow.
Yeah.
A June Gemini. Because those are the ones that you can't shut us up. The June Geminis, the May Geminis are quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, June Geminis talk a lot. Like me. So Enrique is a Gemini. I should have. Now I never would have guessed, because you're a little quiet. You're quieter than most June Geminis.
I get to talking sometimes.
Yeah. But when my first impression of you was that you were a quiet guy.
Yeah. I'm pretty reserved. I like to scope things out.
Yeah.
And then, I go from there.
Okay.
Then I start conversation and stuff like that.
And you and Naylenie. What?
Naylenie.
Naylenie. I always get that name confused.
Everybody gets tongue-tied.
You two look so good when we go to these functions. Oh my God.
Thank you.
It's like they have two models working for us.
We're like,
Yeah. And it's incredible, because I see you all the time. So when I see you all the time, you're just regular, casual and stuff. And then when you guys want to dress up, you guys dress up and you look sharp.
Yeah, we try.
For all the performances that we don't want to get left behind,
Oh, but you guys are incredible. The way you change, like, and then Soho and the eyelashes and everything. Oh my God. So,
thank
I
you.
love. This is a home. It's not just a choir. It's a home. Everybody that claps when I go up to do a solo, they make me feel so good. It's a lot of building back what was there. When I was a kid, I was a loving kid. I cared about everybody. And then life kind of makes you sour, but being in the choir, it's healing. It's healing all that hurt.
Restoring, huh?
Yeah, restoring. And so now the old Luis, the loving and caring Luis, is coming out again. Because I became kind of like messed up because of the drugs.
Yeah.
I wasn't, I wasn't me. And me is coming back. Me is loving, caring, and I love animals, and I got a nice dog.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And everything's pretty cool. I have nothing to really worry about. I get anxiety over things that I shouldn't get anxiety over. So, but it's cool.
If you could give a piece of advice to someone who's struggling out there, what would it be?
Let go and let God. Let go and let God. If you keep struggling and you keep fighting yourself, you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. You need to let somebody else take over. And that's God. For me, that's God. If a person thinks they can do it all on their own, they'll fail. They'll fail. Because on your own, you can't do it. We're not strong enough. We're humans. We need the help of somebody else out there. And that somebody else for me is God or Jesus. That's my religion.
Do you feel that being also part of like a choir and being in a supportive space and just involving yourself with like songwriting, just singing. Do you think that's also helped grow and grow out of your show? And
I was smoking cigarettes when I first joined in.
I remember
and
now.
I quit. Now December 10th, it's 1 year that I quit smoking cigarettes.
That's right.
1
That
year.
went by fast.
Yes.
That went by
But I
really
remember when they were
fast.
hunting me down because I was trying to sneak away and go
Yes.
smoke cigarettes at the functions, and then Sophia was looking for me, and Dennis was looking for me, and there's Luis hiding somewhere in the corner, somewhere outside. And you know, I'm blessed that I was able to give up that addiction for now. You know, that's it. And for now, I don't mean for now. I mean just for today.
Yeah.
Like they say in the program, just for today. Because I don't know if tomorrow I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna be like, I want to have a cigarette. I don't care what you say, God, and go smoke a cigarette. But no, every day whenever I see somebody else smoking or something, I just remind myself that God didn't want me to do that. He wanted me to get clean. You know what's funny? That when I wake up and I try not to come to voices, I lay in bed and I'm not gonna come because I don't want to, because I want to be depressed. I get up and I come and I'm not depressed. I go to voices and we're practicing and everything, and I get into it and it takes it away. And it's Monday and it's the beginning of the week. So if I start off the week good with a rehearsal, the rest of the week goes by real fast and nice.
Oh yeah. And usually, who would have even thought? You know, you're usually the first one at the door, blasting music and singing before we even open up the doors.
Because I don't want to be late. So I come early before 10 o'clock and I'm there and I'm excited and I like the difference from me laying in bed, waking up. I say, God wakes me up and wants me to go and come. That's what I say. Because when I wake up, I say, oh, I want to lay in bed and think about things. No, there's nothing to think about. When I start thinking about things, that's when I get in trouble. I get inside my own head and I won't do nothing. I won't come out and be Luis.
Yeah.
Luis is happy-go-lucky.
Happy, fun-loving, compassionate, empathetic person, you know, that you are.
Yeah. When I was younger and I used to watch Star Trek, I used to think that I was like Deanna Troy because I was an empath. I could feel what other people feel.
Yeah.
Well, I am an empath. I can feel if somebody's depressed or sad or something, I can feel it. And that's what helped me in case management when I was a case manager. Just knowing how other people feel. But you know what? Looking back on it now, God gave me this experience of coming to San Diego and becoming homeless and going through what I went through because I needed it. Because when I started working as a case manager, I lost track of where I came from. I lost track. I started thinking, oh, I'm better than these people. I'm helping them, so I'm better than them. And then God said, Luis, blah, there you go. And you learn that you're just the same as them. You need support, just like they need support. So I learned a lot. In the streets of San Diego, sleeping by Father Joe's on a blanket by Father Joe's, sleeping in the park in the middle of these bushes down at the bottom of the valley. Wow. All that stuff, you know, you would think I was going to write a book because the experience was like incredible. But it taught me to not judge others because they may be going through something like I went through when I was homeless here. And who am I to say, oh, that person can't make it? Everybody can make it. Everybody can make it. If you just stop and take a moment and stop and think about it and pray or something, do something different.
Yeah.
Something different. You can make it. Anybody can make it. I see a lot of people in the park that are, you know, still, they don't want to make that change. They don't want to go to the tent city, or they don't want to go to Father Joe's, or they don't want to go any other places where you can get help. And it's a shame because there's a lot of help out there. Even the mayor, they're creating more housing and stuff. So if you want to go indoors and here, you can come here and talk to you guys. And you'll help with housing and stuff. There's so much that this program offers to the community. And the community, by that I mean all the homeless people that are here, that actually, you see them come in, and some stay, some leave, but the ones that stay, they start working and singing and everything, and next thing you know, they have an apartment. and then they jack it up that apartment, with you guys get them some nice stuff and everything for that apartment. One time I remember you gave me a $50 card for what's the name over there? Ralph's. And I needed it. But at the time when you gave it to me, I was being so humbled that I was like, oh, I don't need this. And you let me keep it. And I used it and I needed it. Just like when you guys charge up my Pronto card. You know, that's a big thing for me.
Yeah.
That's a big thing for me because I really don't have that much money to go spending. I live on a fixed income. So my SSDI. And if I had to pay for all these things, like sometimes I don't think I'd make it. And you guys helped me out with that. There's a lot of help here at Voices. And even emotionally, like I really do get a lot emotionally out of you guys helping us. And like I said, I've already been on that side, being like a case manager.
Yeah.
Now I'm on the side of being a client, and I like being a client. There's nothing shameful about it. I thought there would be, but there's nothing shameful about it. I'm a person who's asking for help, and that Jesus Christ over there keeps looking at me.
It's glowing.
It glows in the dark, so no matter what, you can't get away.
How about food, man? You like eating or what? What's your favorite dish from Puerto Rico?
Oh, arroz con gandules with pernil. Arroz con gandules with pernil, and for dessert some pudding, which is like a bread pudding kind of thing. They make their own bread pudding, and it's called pudding. And arroz con gandules, everybody knows about arroz con gandules. That's like one of our famous like dishes.
Oh, yeah, try that.
Never tried arroz con gandules?
No, never.
Oh my God! It's pigeon peas and rice.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yellow rice with the pigeon
Yeah, I
peas.
don't think I've
You never
tried
had it? Oh my God!
Maybe.
For Christmas or something, like they make it. Puerto Ricans make it for Christmas.
Yeah.
And stuff. And then pernil, that's a pork shoulder. Pernil. Yeah.
The more you learn, because it's I mean, some words are similar and like,
Yeah.
but I don't know everything. But I like to learn.
But in Mexico, what do they call pork shoulder? Pork shoulder, the part they roast. They roast it. You guys even do that?
Lomo? Yeah,
I think
lomo.
it's lomo.
Oh, no, so when you're doing it like in a rotisserie,
Yeah.
that big piece. That's
A la
nice.
vuelta.
Yeah.
Carnita.
I know carnitas.
Carnitas,
I went down to Tijuana and I got some carnitas there. I was like, yeah, this is good. I love Mexican culture. That's why I moved to San Diego. I could have moved anywhere. I had special Section 8 that I earned because they were tearing down the building in Connecticut where I lived. And so with that Section 8, I could go anywhere in the country and they would pay for me to go there.
And that's how you decided to come here?
I always wanted to come to San Diego.
How you like the weather?
I love it. I love it when it's cold. I love it when it's warm. I love it when it's hot. This is where I needed to be. Everything in my life was like set up to get me here one day. And even if I had to go through my trials and tribulations and went through addiction and everything, I ended up in the right place. I know I ended up in the right place because I love San Diego.
And San Diego loves you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why'd you join the Navy and what was your specialty?
Oh, I was going to be a corpsman. I was supposed to come to San Diego. And my school, my A school was going to be San Diego. And I had a manic episode and they found out. I had a manic episode. I graduated boot camp and I went to Chicago and I got drunk and I hadn't drunk anything in 13 weeks. And when I got drunk, it set off something in my head and I had a manic episode. When I went back to boot camp and they sent me to a doctor to check me out and they told me to draw something and I drew a picture of Jesus. They said, oops. And next thing you know, I was at Chicago.
Was it that picture? No.
No. Some picture.
Couldn't help that one.
But I drew a picture and I drew a picture of Jesus and they sent me to Great Lakes Hospital. And in Great Lakes Hospital, they put me in a room with a kid that was eating with another guy. He was eating styrofoam. And I was like, okay. And they put me there. They tied me up in 4-point restraints and they got me to confess that I had been bipolar when I went in. I knew I was. I read because I was bipolar 19.
This was the Navy.
Yeah, and 23 I was on the
And
Navy.
they had you confess.
Yeah, they gave me Haldol, and Haldol makes me confess. The medication is bad. I'm allergic to it. So when they gave me that medication, then this girl came in, and she was like, she wrote something up, basically me saying, yeah, I knew I was bipolar when I came in, but my recruiter told me to lie. And he did. He told me to lie. I told the recruiter told me to lie. Don't say nothing about that. And so I lied. So the problem with being bipolar is that they can't put you in the field because you might wake up one day and be in a bad mood or something, just kill all your people. Just because that's the way the disease is. Yeah. If you're not in treatment. And they can't guarantee that you're in a war and you're going to be able to take your medication and everything. So I understood why they let me go, but it hurt. It hurt. I graduated boot camp and then I was sent home back to Connecticut. I was supposed to come here. And a couple of days after graduation, I was supposed to fly on a plane to San Diego to do my A school. And that's why always, all my whole life after that, I wanted to get to San Diego.
And you got
And I came on
here.
vacation a couple of times with with that partner I told you about.
Yeah.
There was a lawyer. I came a couple of times on vacation over here. So then I was like, when I get the chance, God willing, and then the chance came up with that Section 8 and everything, and here I am. And
California.
yeah, knows how to party. California knows how to party in the city. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, when I was in Connecticut and New York and New Jersey, all the time I dreamed of being here. I used to watch The Price is Right, and I was like, yeah, one day I'm going to go to The Price is Right. I'm going to go to San Diego. I'm going to be from San Diego. Because the people in The Price is Right would say, oh, I'm from San Diego. And I was like, yes, from San Diego.
You'd be like,
Yeah, I'm going to get there. And even though I still haven't really gotten used to the Padres, I'm still like a New York Yankee person.
Yeah.
I love the Padres. They keep trying. They get close. But you know, I gotta give them credit. They're doing better than the Yankees.
That's our song right there.
Yeah.
So do you feel that there's enough resources to deal with mental health and
I feel there is, but the problem is they don't go out and do as much
outreach?
Outreach. They don't do as much outreach as they should. I was in that park and I had outreach come over to me and stuff. And it was very like, I don't know. I'm not going to judge other case managers, but I don't feel like the case managers that go out and do the outreach, like they have their heart in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the heart, it seems more like it's a mechanical thing. They're going out there to talk to people and stuff. And it's not, it didn't feel the same. When I was in need, I didn't feel like they were fulfilling my need. I actually had to go out and look for it. And that's what it is about San Diego. There's a lot of help, but you have to go out and look for it. It's not going to come to you and with a key and say, here's an apartment, blah, blah, blah. No, you got to go look for it. I had to stay in Father Joe's for 3 months, coming in at 10 o'clock for curfew and stuff before I earned my apartment, basically. And then Pace, because of my age, Pace took over and gave me an apartment. But I knew what I was supposed to do because I had already done it with clients. I had already gotten clients in Connecticut housing and stuff like that. So I knew what I had to do. But knowing what you have to do and doing it are two different things.
Yeah.
And a lot of people out here, they know what they have to do, but they don't want to go through the process of having to come into curfew at 10 o'clock and to report to people and go to case management meetings and stuff like that. If you want to be homeless, you can be homeless. But if you want to get housed, you can get housed. It's not that hard. People act like it's incredibly hard for me to get housing. No, it's not. You just got to follow the steps. Go the right
process, yeah.
process. Yeah. Go to the
Step by
process.
step.
Step by step.
And
But
it's a long process.
one of the big thing is get clean. If you get clean, you can do anything. Once you're clean, because when you're using, you can't really do nothing because you're trapped. You're trapped. The drug dealer lives over here, whatever. The drug dealer's over here all the time, and you're with the drug dealer. You're trying to find a drug dealer, and it's really hard to get yourself back on your feet when you're still trying to use it. You're still trying to go down. You're going down, 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 and once you hit a bottom, I hit my bottom here. I remember what my bottom was like when I was living in the park.
Yeah.
That was my bottom, but I kept using anyway until I got sick. Until I almost died. When I had heart failure and I had the things I was talking about when I went to the hospital, that was it. That was it. I said, if I make it through this, God doesn't want me to die. I'll make it through this and I'm going to change. And it's about change. It's about changing what you're doing and who you are. I love being happy Luis. I don't like sad, depressed Luis. So since bipolar, there's two, you can either be here or you could be here. I'd rather be like in the middle. So that, if anything sad happens, I cry. Okay, I cried. That's it. It's over. And I'm always happy. Like, even when I'm crying, I'm happy. Yeah. I'll be crying and I'm happy. And I'm like, why are you crying? You're happy. I don't know. Happiness sometimes makes me cry.
Happiness can make you cry too.
Yeah.
You can just feel overjoyed sometimes too. Where you
Overjoyed
Tears of
over
joy.
You.
tears.
Remember that song? Overjoyed. Stevie Wonder.
But it's good to hear all the positive effects that the creative community here at Voices that's had on your life, and we're happy you're here.
I went to your art class one time.
Yeah.
I can't do art because I get excited and then I mess it all up. Like I'll make a nice drawing or something, and then when I'm gonna color it in, I mess it all up. So I get really like critical about myself.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to do the art. But I want to come back. I did come one time and did the yoga. That was great with the guy with the ping, ping,
The sound bath?
sound thing. Yeah, that was good. That was good. So I want to come back for that. I got to come back to Wednesdays. Wednesdays were good.
Yeah, because tour.
But the thing is, but the thing is that I want to volunteer at the senior center because I'm a volunteer at the senior center. I serve food to the seniors, and those are the days. Like Wednesday is one of the days that I can do it. But I got to get back into it because I've been out for like 2 weeks, and
Ooh, you've been on break.
but it's bad because then I stay home and I lay in bed all day and get depressed, and I'm taking Manjaro. Manjaro works to make me lose some weight, but I have to have activity.
Yeah.
If I don't have no activity, I don't lose no weight. So I need to get back in the groove.
You get in the groove of
Yep.
volunteering and
Volunteering again,
just showing your loving, compassionate self
Yep.
to others, because I think that's truly where you shine and
Yep.
and you're yourself, right? When
Yep.
you're able to help others and just give others the same support that
Yep.
you've gotten in the
That's
way,
right. You're hired.
Well, we want to give you a special thanks for being on our show.
Thank you.
For honoring us with your presence and your
Thank you.
voice.
Thank you.
And
Thank you for
hopefully other choir members and people out there that listen to the podcast.
Any other questions?
Do you want to leave any words of advice to our audience?
Well, come to Voices. If
What
you come to
time? What time? Open
What time?
rehearsal.
On Monday at 11 o'clock. The doors open at 10. You can come at 10 if you want to and hang out for a little bit. But 11 o'clock is official. Come to Voices. Get to know the staff because the staff is here to help. And, get on with your life. Get on with your life. If you decide you want to stay in the same spot, you don't make any moves, nothing's going to change. Nothing changes unless you change. And you have to change. You have to change and change with it. If you got a place, then you got to keep your place. And I've had my place almost 3 years. Well, no, I've had it over 3 years, my apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Here it is.
It feels good to have your own place, right?
I like having my own place. Yeah. I got to follow some rules, but I like having my own
But you got your place, right?
place.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sleep good at night.
Yeah, and I got my dog. So she's always there.
Well, that was our episode for today. Thank you so much. This was Naylenie
Enrique.
And Luis Enrique.
signing out. Bye.
Adios.